Are you ready to make a delicious, elegant, and fancy looking meal, which is actually very simple to make with just some ingredients you see here with a few added extras that you might not have in your kitchen to make it extra tasty. To start off, you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. We're going to start with making the filling. We're going to take a bunch of spinach and chop it up. Now, I have used frozen spinach for this and other recipes before, but I find the flavor is just not as good. And if you don't want the stems, you can get rid of the stems. We're just going to put it into our bowl. Don't worry if you got too much spinach. It wilts very well when being cooked. To this, we're going to add about half a cup of ricotta cheese, half a cup Parmesan cheese. I'm just going with the standard store grated one. To that, we're going to add some sun-dried tomatoes, about a quarter cup's worth. I bought the strips, but I want it chopped even smaller. So we're going to chop it up. Actually, we're going to add about a quarter cup of sun-dried tomatoes. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, salt. I'm going to stir it all up. Now that the filling is ready, let's go ahead and pound our chicken thighs flat. So use a tablespoon of oil to season them. We're going to start with this side, because this side is going to go down and not be filled. So we want to start on the non-filled side to season that one. So first, going to put a nice layer of oil to the basil. Going to add some to help the seasons stick. Once you get on the oil, the order does not matter how you put them on. We're going to put them on in the order that we like. We're going to start with some salt. I'd recommend about a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Put in a nice bit of fresh ground black pepper. Add to that some garlic powder, a nice layer. Add to that a nice layer of onion powder for color and flavor. Some paprika. And to finish off, some poultry seasoning. A nice sprinkling pinch. Now that you finish this side, it's time to flip them over and do the same thing to the other side. Now by itself, this seasoning makes for a very tasty chicken thigh. Fried or baked. But we're going to make it extra special, extra tasty with just this simple filling. So we're going to try and split it into about 6 portions, 1 for each chicken thigh. Put it on 1/2 of the chicken thigh. You can do that for each of them. Then we're going to see it fold it over. Now the filling is fairly evenly placed on the 6 chicken thighs. We're just going to fold it over. Better not to have the filling hit the skillet if you can help it. So that's why we fold it inside the chicken thigh. Ready to go for the skillet. So I'm going to use a cast iron skillet. If you don't have a cast iron skillet, you can use a regular non-stick skillet and then transfer it to a tray for doing the oven portion. But I'm going to use a cast iron skillet because I can just leave it in there and then put it in the oven for the extra 20 minutes to cook through. We want to use a skillet, so we're going to brown the outside. So basically get as hot as you can, brown the outside, so then it's ready to be put in the oven to finish its cooking. Now that the pan is nice and hot, let's add another tablespoon of olive oil. Alright, so it's been about 4 minutes. So let's go ahead and check it, see if it got nice and brown on one side. Look at that, one side is nice and brown. We're going to flip them over another 4 minutes on the other side, and then after that, it's into the oven they go. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 4 minutes on the other side. You can see what it looks like, and now it's ready for the oven. Okay, we're at 375. Put the pan right in and let it cook for a good 20 minutes. And check the chicken to make sure it's done. Alrighty, so we have put the chicken in for 20 minutes. You can see it's beautifully skilleted on the top. Let's double check to make sure it is actually 100% cooked through. So we hate to serve raw chicken, so use my good friend meat thermometer and make sure it's at least 165 for chicken. Yeah, that one is. Let's take this one. Double check. Okay, going down. 172. Just gotta double check, make sure the chicken. Yeah, looks like they are ready. Everywhere I check, 165, so it's good to go.
And we're ready. Well, I think one reason I like this is because I feel like the cheese flavor masks over all the tomato and the spinach, and even not as much of the chicken, but all the vegetable flavor you would have gotten if you didn't have the cheese. I feel like the cheese just covers all that up.
It is very nice. The filling complements the chicken, and the cheese adds a creamy texture to it. I like the tomatoes and the spinach.
You don't taste them.
Yes, you taste them. Especially the tomatoes when you eat a chunk of them. And they're very nice to the chicken. They make it better than just fried chicken.
What makes this chicken different from chicken without filling?
Because it has filling. Because it has filling?
I feel like the chicken's still really juicy too, that's what I like. See?
This filling itself is seasoned well.
I think the seasoning of the chicken also what makes the chicken taste good.
Chicken itself is tender.
Also has a bit of a, what's it called? Sticky or chewy crust. You know what I'm saying?
The outside adds flavor. The crust.
Exactly, yes, the crust.
Ricotta.